Welcome to Watch Symposium. All right, before today's topic, which is anger and Rolex, let's talk about some points I want to cover. First of all, yesterday's video, link in the description if you haven't seen it. There was a communication problem, and the actual deal that Dr. Raymond was looking at was his minty stickered box and papers BL&R that he paid $10,500 for, plus $6,000 USD in exchange for a BL&R Batgirl. And a lot of people weighed in, said they would do it. I feel the same way. I think it's a terrible deal. And you're essentially, well, he paid $10,500 for the BL&R. He had 6 to that, so that's like buying a Batgirl for $16,500, which, if you look at the gray market, might seem like a good deal, but if you look at what they're selling at the AD for, then I think that's a pretty bad deal. The person that stands to gain the most from that deal is not Dr. Raymond, it's the other party, because they're going to get a minty watch that they can, let's say that they sell it for $15,000 USD, that Batman. That's a pretty competitive price. I think they could move that watch pretty quickly for that on the gray market. I mean, it's got stickers on it. That would net them $15,000 USD plus the $6,000 from Dr. Raymond. That would be $21,000 USD. Let's say that they paid at Rolex 11 grand for the watch. That's 10 in profit. I know that they're running, apparently from what I've heard, 21, 22, all the way up to like 24,000 for the Batgirl, but that doesn't mean people are really paying them. And so, yeah, sometimes you'll see, and I saw it today, I checked out Batmen on Rakuten, and there were some that were priced at 30,000 USD. I think the lowest I saw was mid 16,000. So just because these Batgirls are priced at outrageous prices doesn't mean people are buying them. It means that, you know, that's just the price that the retailer has stuck on. And I think sometimes that they do that because, you know, they're not sure. They don't want to take the watch off the market. They need some room to think. So they just hike up the price. And if somebody comes along and buys it out from them at that outrageous price, okay, well, that's a win, all right? A lot of profit there. So this is probably the worst time to obviously buy a Batgirl. And so, yeah, I think Dr. Raymond shouldn't do that, and a lot of other people agreed. So that's point one. Point two, and this is just some information, I didn't know it, but you cannot apparently use the Jubilee bracelet from the Batgirl on the Batman. They changed the lug holes, which is really interesting. I don't know why they did that. I guess they did it to screw people up if they decided to switch bracelets. That's unfortunate, because that would be really nice if you had an all black and a Batgirl to start swapping out those bracelets and just give the watches a new look. So that is unfortunate, and I don't really know what Rolex is doing, but I think it's sort of keeping the Jubilee on either the Pepsi or the Batgirl. So why do they want to do that? I don't know. Maybe it's to keep people from selling the Batman as a Batgirl to the uninformed. That could be it. So it could be just to protect you guys, but it gives us less options, so that's really not a plus. All right, point 3. Some people think that I make these videos in order to sway the market. Nothing could be further from the truth. I am just an interested party that loves the Rolex drama, and I feel like I've got some things to say about it. Whether they're correct, I don't know, but I love throwing out the ideas. Do I think really any YouTuber is swaying the market? Not really, very little. I think a lot of the market is being swayed by people who don't even speak English and watch these YouTube channels. And I'm talking all the YouTube channels and their collective influence. Do I think I have any sort of influence on the market in a realistic way? I really don't, absolutely. So I think that charge is pretty crazy. But you know, I'm honored that people think that I possibly could have that much reach. One person wrote in, and look, this person is either grossly uninformed about who I am as a collector, or he just wanted to passively aggressively needle me. I'll let you decide. But Neil, he writes, "Sorry, Austin, you missed the boat on the BLNR and it's gone from you. The price is only going one way and you know it. Probably means you will never own one. You will have to come to terms with it. Posting videos like this will make no difference." You got me, Neil. You got me, Neil. I was trying to crash the market so I could get that BLNR that I desperately want. Well, look, the price is going one way. Nobody knows where the price is going, okay? I think ultimately it's going to go one way, up, but like I said, I think it's going to be a dip in there somewhere. I think, maybe not. Maybe there's going to be no dip. I really have no idea. Apparently, David SW increase the price of a BLNR. Now, that could be because he had a limited supply. Maybe he only has one. You know, that happens sometimes. Retailers will have a bunch and they'll lower the price. And as some start selling, they'll up the price. I think that was what was going on in Ueno when I saw the A Serial GMT Pepsi for 13 plus grand. They only had one. I think if they had a couple in the store, I don't think they would have had that price. But I thought, well, they probably, I thought that they had, you know, they have one, and so they can't sell it for too cheap. They got to put, you know, it looks kind of special sitting there in its box all by itself, the only one in the store. And that could be it. Maybe that's what's going on with David SW. Or maybe he knows something we don't. Or that could be like a really special example. And he's probably one of the leading sellers on the Rolex forum. Incredibly trustworthy from what I understand, and knows his stuff. He's the kind of guy that you can talk about unpolished pieces and wanting an unpolished piece, and he's not going to blow you off. So I'm not surprised that he can get top dollar. But anyway, that's just one anecdote. So bottom line, I don't know what's going on with the Batman long term. But Neil, I'm a pre-ceramic guy. I gotta admit it. So not trying to influence the market to try to get myself a BLNR. It probably means you will never own one. You're right there. I think I probably will never own a ceramic GMT. I'm pretty damn sure. I'm just a pre-ceramic guy. It really surprises some people that you can go vintage. Some people, they think new is better. I had a guy recently, and in fact I might make another video. I think his name was Don, not Don Haynes. Don Haynes isn't this stupid. This Don, no, it was Ben. I don't know his name. It doesn't really matter. He was comparing my 16710 pre-ceramic GMT to an Apple Watch. I mean, talk about a false equivalence. Yes, I mean an Apple Watch, you know, an old Apple Watch, first generation Apple Watch. I mean, that thing is worthless. But he was saying it's sort of the same thing with these vintage pieces, and that it's like YouTube people that are pumping up the market. Believe me, I don't think we have that much influence. And you know, if you're foolish enough to see an equivalent between, say, a cell phone or an Apple Watch and a luxury timepiece, mechanical timepiece like a Rolex, probably I should have ended the conversation right there. All right, so